Hello, everybody. Today, I'm going to talk about why global climate should be considered more carefully throughout society. But before we get into the main controversy, I would like to ask you guys several questions. What factors do you guys think that are most critical to cause such environmental change? I expect that the majority of you will have answers such as technological improvement, burning fossil fuels, and deforestation. As you can see, all of these factors are heavily related to human activities, and humankind has sacrificed nature in order to develop for convenience. For this reason, Earth's climate has negatively changed throughout the decades, and it is becoming desperate for people to find a new method to make a better environment. Even though the condition of our environment is decreasing over time, there are several factors that would keep the safety of our environment. First of all, I would like to talk about the technological improvement. Due to a massive impact of industrialization, there are growing numbers of factories that produce carbon dioxide. The factories contaminated gases that have produced air pollution throughout society, and the issue of industrial gas skyrocketed. The industrial gas is mostly produced by burning fossil fuels, mostly from factories, and these factors can lead to environment to experience water pollution as well. According to National Geographic reports, approximately 70% of industrial ingredients are dumped directly into the ocean. The countless numbers of marine organisms have experienced tragedy. From this news, most of you would have seen a picture of a bird covered by polluted oils and dead fish floating on the ocean. These events were mostly caused because of the water pollution created from the factories, and people need to find methods to prevent such types of pollution and form a fine ecosystem to preserve our environment. Another factor that contributes to climate change is the gases from vehicles. The majority of motor vehicles emit carbon dioxide, which is also known as greenhouse gases. The greenhouse gases are mostly consisted of carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxide, and carbon monoxide, which are critical for human health. According to statistical data, there are about 273 million motorcycles registered in the United States in the year of 2018. This proves that there are approximately two vehicles per household in the United States. However, according to the Union of Concerned Scientists, more than one half of people in the United States live in areas that do not meet in the federal air quality standards. The number of motorcycles drivers are dramatically increasing every year, and air pollution became a quite serious problem to citizens of the United States in terms of caring for greenhouse gases. Lastly, deforestation should be considered as a factor that can lead to a global climate change. There are numerous causes of deforestation because trees can be a good resource of human liability. Tremendous numbers of houses were built with trees, and even a piece of paper is made out of trees. In the early era of United States, the primary reason for deforestation was to expand in agriculture. By eliminating trees, people could settle more farms, and it led the American society to turn to the process of urbanization. For this reason, tremendous numbers of trees have been cut, and it became one of the reasons for climate change. In addition, many people became involved in illegal logging of trees. Since people demanded for products with highest qualities, people illegally harvested and sold woods to make better furniture. Even though these acts helped the people in terms of earning good profit, it also destroyed ecosystem and prevented people from obtaining other types of natural resources. The deforestation still exists today. According to BBC News article, the Amazon forest experienced approximately 11,000 square kilometers of territory destroyed between 2019 and 2020. The article also mentioned that it was approximately a 10% increase from the previous year and implied that deforestation is an ongoing situation in our world. Since the numbers of trees are directly related to human oxygen emission, it became a serious problem throughout our society. Therefore, it is important for people to seek methods to reduce deforestation and prevent climate change. It is quite sad that humankind caused climate change, and it is also sad that it is still destroying our environment. However, it is people's job to find solutions for climate change. I genuinely think that humankind should take the responsibilities to restore nature and cure the destroyed environment. But what can we do to prevent it? Or are there any solutions invented? Speaking of existing solutions, numerous methods have been invented. First of all, the innovation of solar power helped people to produce alternative energy. Solar energy was first invented in 1954 and it has been researched and developed over decades for the public distribution. Since the majority types of energy produce harmful elements to the ozone layers, the solar power is considered one of the most important energy resources for the future generations. Another method to reduce climate change is to reduce wasting resources. There are tremendous natural resources that we use in our daily lives, such as water or electricity. To prevent environmental hazards, saving water should be more concerned. According to NRDC, they did their research emphasizing the importance of saving water and electricity. The author notes that saving water reduces carbon pollution because it takes a lot of energy to heat and treat water. Therefore, the author suggests the audience to turn off water while brushing their teeth. Although this suggestion sounds a little absurd, the author adds that the EPA estimates that if just one of our every 100 American homes were retrofitted with water efficient fixtures, about 100 million kilowatt hours of electricity per year would be saved, avoiding 80,000 tons of global warming pollution. For this reason, saving these types of resources would greatly help the environment from becoming polluted. Our environment is experiencing severe circumstances due to the humankind. Technological greed can be one reason. The ozone layer of the earth is becoming weaker every year due to greenhouse gases, and the climate has dramatically risen over the decades. For this reason, we should all stand up to preserve our nature and find new creative methods to reduce air pollution. Even though some people do not recognize how critical it is to find alternative energy, I would like to strongly suggest that global warming is slowly taking the humankind to becoming ill, and it is our responsibility to prevent the future hazards. The destiny of future generations is in our hands, and I believe that our efforts will eventually save the environment of the future generation. Thank you for listening.